Hello. Some women struggle with self-esteem due to unrealistic beauty standards perpetuated by society or the pressure, from society. And growing up, sometimes we were surrounded, with images of the ideal, I say, ideal beauty of, a woman, or what a woman, ought to look like. These beauty standards that was set by, the media or society, in the whole, that women, need to, conform to, or the standards that they need to meet to be considered, beautiful. And this often, also affects, the self-esteem of some women, and that is what we want to talk about today. So, welcome to Treasure, a channel that is meant to inspire and encourage and empower women around the world. Today, I want to talk about body acceptance and self-love. So the uniqueness of each and every one of us, our individuality that we must embrace, as women, and not, to think that what society dictates, for us as being beautiful, this image, that they say women must meet those standards to be considered beautiful. And so that is really what, I want to talk about, today. And I hope that you will join me on also, comment as well. Let me know if this also is something that resonates with you, if it's challenges that you have had to go through as a woman, and also how you were able to overcome that. Because sometimes it takes a little bit of time, maybe maturity. Sometimes it may take having, developed, good insights, and also, be able to know that this is not really, the ideal standards, to understand, or to know that true beauty really comes, from within. True beauty of a woman comes from within. And also beauty comes in all shapes, colors, and sizes. And because that is how, we have been created, by God. And He says we are made in His image and likeness. And that is really what I want us to look at today. Women accepting, themselves for who they are. So I'm talking about body acceptance and self-love. How, we as women, we can accept, our bodies, as we are, and don't always try to conform, to the standards that society has set for us, that, okay, a woman must look this way, and, look a certain way, or the image that they have presented before us, that we must meet those standards before we are considered beautiful. And that is just what, I want to discuss today. And I have a few tips here that I have, written down that I can share with you, as women, that we can engage in. And for us to know that our self-worth is really, an acceptance. It's not really tied to some, body image that our society has dictated that is what constitutes a woman's beauty. But for us to actually, understand, that this beauty of a woman, it comes from within. And that is really how you show love, kindness, and compassion to yourself and to others. And that is really, that is the beauty, of a human being, and not really an image that the media or society, or the pressure that society puts us, and then on that is what constitutes, our own beauty. And this has led, some women, I would say, to maybe do what they would otherwise would not do, because they want to meet and conform to that standard that society has set, that they must look a certain way. Don't forget that you are unique, as an individual. The Lord made you, and He made you, perfect. There's no other human being like you on the face of the earth. So the Lord, did not make any mistake, when He made you. When you look in the mirror, I want you to always embrace, yourself. You look, that, yes, I am, fearfully and wonderfully made in God's image and likeness. That, also, will put, your self-esteem, as well. It is very clear that, this self-love or body acceptance is really a journey. And it's not something that sometimes happens overnight. And sometimes other women may have to hold other women's hands, for them, to, as they continue and, along that journey. And so that will take me to my next point is for women, let's women stop body shaming other women. If you don't body shame other women, then they feel they are also comfortable in their own skin, and they feel that a woman's beauty is not tied to an image that society said that is how a woman must look, or some stature of a mannequin or something. The self-worth, your beauty, is tied to the inner beauty of who you are. As you show yourself, and others love, as you love, have compassion on yourself, and don't be too hard on yourself, ladies. Have that self-acceptance, and love, and also feel comfortable, and confident in your own skin, in who you are. Do not conform to the pressures, of society. And this is what trying to conform to these, pressures, society is what has sometimes driven women to have unnecessary, surgical procedures that they should not be having, or something because they want to look a certain way that society think they should look, celebrities, some people going under the knife unnecessarily, and then, sometimes, endangering their lives or putting their health at risk, because, maybe they want to have a butt lift or something. I just use that as an example because it's something that is kind of like trending, or right now that is a trend, amongst women. So just know that when the Lord created you, He made you perfect as you are. And also I want us to be thankful, for that. These are the things that will help, our body image. Some helpful hints, or I would say helpful tips that I would share with you that can help, with this body acceptance and self-love is surrounding yourself with positive influences. I talked about that in my previous video. People around you, people that you surround yourself with, don't surround yourself with people that can talk down on you. Oh, you are not beautiful, you are this and that, you are short, you are tall, you are, too skinny, or you are not, big enough or tall enough, or or you are not, or you need to put on, how many pounds to look like a woman or something. Don't, be in the midst of, people like that would, damage your self, image. But be around people of, that would help also, to lift you up, to hold your hands, as well. I have here practicing self-care. My previous video about self-care, you can watch that video. And challenging negative self-talk. Don't speak negatively about yourself. You look yourself in the mirror and you are, grateful for what, and you are, you see yourself, the reflection of what you see is the image of God. And that is how the Lord has made you. There's no one else like you. You are unique in your own, as an individual. That individuality and, uniqueness is just you and you alone that the Lord has made, and has made you perfect. Yes. And then also challenging negative self-talk. And also, these are things that are instrumental in this journey of self-love and self-acceptance. Ladies, society should not dictate, what constitutes a beauty for a woman. That beauty should come from within, from, your love for yourself and your love for others. Compassion for others, kindness, for yourself, kindness to yourself, and kindness for others. And then also, I have here another tip is setting boundaries. What you think, however you want to feel is how you allow people, don't let them, like overstep their boundaries when it comes to you. When they want to talk down on you, no, you will not allow that. No one should speak to you in that manner. Remember, yourself, you are valued, you are worthy, and you are deserving of love. So that's, another thing. Just know that. So that is something that will also empower you and also build your self-esteem, as well. Prioritize, mental and emotional well-being. And I think I mentioned that briefly in my last video. And engage in activities that bring you joy and help you embrace your body, and appreciate, everything that you have in you, what God has created, the way God has created you, and just know that you are a beautiful human being. You are a beautiful person, and embrace that person, in you. Practicing gratitude. This is something sometimes, I share, during my sermon. Practice, gratitude. Be grateful for what you have, be satisfied with what you have, who you are, what, in your skin. Be satisfied, with that. And you focus on your strength. The things that you know how to do, that you do very well. Focus on those things, and not the things, that, will destroy your self-esteem. And then also you start reframing negative, thoughts. When negative thoughts are coming, you get rid of those negative thoughts and think positively about yourself. And that is part of self-acceptance. Okay. And also, this, can be very transforming, in the life of, individuals. So that transformation can occur, once you start reframing, all those negative thoughts, frame it into something positive, something that is, that is healthy for your mind, for your mental health, for your emotional health, as well. And before I go, I also want us to talk about, so promoting inclusivity, self-acceptance, and also, the diversity in us is something that we should celebrate. Everybody cannot look, the same way and act the same way, but let us celebrate, the differences and the diversity, and see those as our strength. Okay. And also, for women, encouraging and empowering, other women, in their personal lives and in their careers, in their professional, endeavors, in their homes, in their marriages, in everything. So for us to just embrace, and let us embrace, who we are, as women. And also, before I go, I just want you, to remember this. If you don't remember anything, remember this, that your self-worth is really, not determined by your appearance, but is determined by the love, compassion, kindness that you have towards yourself and others. So, and those are the inspiring words I have for you today. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And also, just remember that, you are loved. And don't forget that self-love and self-acceptance, as well for you. So no matter what shape, size, or color that you are, be comfortable in that, in your skin. And I want you to always radiate, and I want you to always shine. And until I see you next time, it's bye for now.